Hey, the Thabreakmasta here, and this is gonna be my another episode 10 review. This is the third time recording this because all that stupid stuff happened, but my audio and everything. But yeah, besides that, this is a good episode. I really liked it. A lot of things got this, a lot of mysteries happened. So I got discovered. Sorry, I messed up right now. God, but yeah, it's good. It's a good episode. Good episode. So yeah, basically the episode starts off with Ayano and Ayano's friend, or people were talking about Ayano and Ayano's friend because Ayano's brother got killed and Ayano's friend fell off a cliff and she died. And so they're just saying that the whole curse, because there's nothing you can do about it and whatnot. So yeah, it's important parts. Mochizuki was talking about he actually fixed the tape, which is good. So he finally fixed the tape, but he didn't never listen to it. Of course he's not gonna listen to it by himself because he's scared. He didn't want to listen to it by himself, so he wanted to get his friends to listen to it with him. So they did that, and Misaki, Sakibara, Tashigawa, Mochizuki, they're all sitting there in the one room. They're all listening to the tape, and basically the tape explains that the way to stop the whole calamity is actually killing the the um the non-existent student, basically the dead student. You have to kill the dead student basically because apparently what's his name Mutsunaga, he got in a little scuffle with this kid as in the school, and because all that stuff was going on, so he got in a scuffle with this kid, and he started fighting, and he accidentally killed the kid, he didn't accidentally. I mean, he didn't actually kill him. He fell back, and his neck got impaled by a branch, and so he died by that. But he blamed it on himself because he got a scuffle. That's the reason why he died. So with that, he was so scared he couldn't go to sleep at all. He was just he's so worried because people were supposed to come over and go check on the dead bodies that did happen. The one the one that got thunder shocked, like freaking static shock came and said bam, and then freaking other person fell off the freaking cliff. So with that, they're trying to go find those bodies and stuff, but they never found that body or even knew about it. The thing is, it was so weird that he ended up going to the back of that forest and where he got killed and got impaled. The body was never there. It was gone. He was like, what the heck's going on? And so he went back into the hotel where everyone was at, and he was asking about that student. We don't know the student's name because the student got censored or something because we don't know the name. I mean, not censored, but it got altered in the tape, so you can't hear his name. So that student, they didn't know anything about the student, and then on the record it shows there's 19 students. And so with that like kind of dawned on him. He's like, holy crap, that was the student. That's how he stopped it. He accidentally killed that kid, but that actually helped the whole class not be in the calamity anymore because he accidentally killed him. So basically what you got to do is kill the non-existing student, and so if they do that, they'll stop the whole thing. But then Sakagabara's like, well, if we do actually end up finding the student, will we be able to kill him, or will we actually be able to be sane enough to do this? And and then they're like, I don't know. And so yeah, now that's gonna be a weighing kind of prospect on this because it's kind of crazy because there's something else that actually happens in here that this is gonna be crazy. So Akizawa gets up because they're all eating together at this point, the whole class, and so Akizawa gets up and is like, I'm sorry for not helping everybody. I'm supposed to be ahead of countermeasures and people are dying. It's my fault. If you just kept Misaki invisible the whole time and Sakakibara never said anything to her, then none of this would happen and everything. And so she wanted May to apologize about all this. And they think May, and the stupid thing is the class like, yeah. But if they did that, none of this would ever happen. I'm like, really? But yeah, so Masaki's like, well, all right then. If you think apologizing is really gonna stop, help anything, I will do it. And so she apologizes, but Sakakibara is like, no, you don't need to apologize. You didn't do anything. It's not your fault. And then Tashigawa got jumped into this, like, you don't even know what you're talking about. He's about to actually explain what you gotta do to go, kill the student. You have to kill the student, all that crap, but he didn't. But Sakakibara stopped him from saying any of that stuff. And so let's rest that for that time because now everything's all messed up. So after that, Misaki wanted to say thank you to Sakakibara. And after that, and it's just funny things. I thought she say, I want you to come to my room. And I was like, huh, man, what you trying to do with Sakakibara? What you trying to do with Sakakibara? And then it kind of paused, but then she's like, I want to see that photo of yours. I was like, oh, wrong impression. Sorry, on my mind. I'm saying it's not that kind of anime anyway. What am I thinking? So yeah. And so they end up going to in her room and everything, and then she basically explains kind of her whole backstory of how she had a sister that was a twin of her. So basically, her mother that's what she's with right now, that that's not her real mother. Her real mother is she gave her away to that girl because apparently Yukiko, which is Mei's mother, couldn't give birth to a child, and she just felt so sad and didn't know what to do. And so since Mitsuyo, which is Mei's actual mother, she had twins, and so she's like, okay, I'll give you Mei Misaki, because the thing is, apparently, if you have Misaki or something like that, I'm not really sure how she explained it, but apparently if your name is Misaki, you're head of that family or whatever. I'm not really sure, but she's the one that got kept with Mitsuyo, and then Yukio ended up having Mei Misaki, and so then Mei Misaki ended up overhearing this at one point and wanted to know if I can meet my real mother. And so Yukiko, first got sad, but then she was furious because she didn't want that to happen for some reason. She's like, no and stuff. And so Mei Misaki went behind her back though and actually met with Misaki herself, her twin, and she knew there were twins and stuff, and they had a gradual just connection because they're their family. She always called them cousins, but they're actually twins. And so yeah, she always wanted to be with her and everything, and then it's all good and everything. And apparently the calamity didn't start in May; it actually started in April. The first death was Misaki, Mei Misaki's sister. And so, with that being said, after having April, and then so that kind of takes both of them out of the equation that they're the two dead people. They're not actually, because apparently the school thought the calamity started in May, but it didn't start in May. It actually started in April because of Mei Misaki's sister died in April. And remember the first episode scene where we see when we see Mei and she has like this doll and she's going down this basement kind of place. Apparently that doll was for Mei Misaki's sister, because on her birthday she was gonna give her a doll and she could never give it to her because she died. So she made that doll specifically for her so she can give it to her. So she gave it to her as a memento and whatever. She's already dead, so she just put it in her grave or something like that. And so yeah, so basically Sakakibara is not the person, because if it started in April and he came in May, then how that happened, And so it's not, and then her existence didn't really matter if she existed or she not exist or not, And it's kind of messed up that they didn't even know about Mei Misaki's sister, but I guess because all the circumstances that she didn't say anything about, they didn't know about all that, because she's not that kind of close kind of person with everyone else except with Sakakibara. That's why Sakakibara knows all this. But there's also one other thing that's a big mystery that's kind of crazy about this. And the reason why she wanted to see the picture that Sakakibara had, she looked at the picture and apparently she sees death in a lot of these things. And the thing is, she can actually see death with her glass eye. That's why she always has an eye patch covered up, but she can see death with her glass eye. So she looks at Sakakibara. That's not her. Sakakibara is not the dead. He's not the deceased person. He's not the other student. He's not the extra student that's in that class. And Misaki Mei knows she's not the extra student too, because I guess he can feel it or something. But apparently she knows who the student is, because that eye can see near death state, basically people that are like near death or dead. So if she probably accidentally seen the actual student. So with that being said, Sakakibara is like, oh man, you know who the student is, isn't it? And so he's like, who is it? Who's the student? And then she's about to say it, and then bam, Teshigawa wants to come in. She's like, I did something bad. Teshigawa did something bad. I don't know what he's trying to do, but he did something bad. I don't know what he did. So I'm now curious what the next episode is, because in the next episode credits we see a lot of blood and stuff like that. So I'm curious, did he try to kill a student? Because basically you have to kill the person, the extra student. So did he actually go ahead and do it and actually killed someone or something? What happened here? So I'm just curious now. And this is like I said, this stuff's getting really, really good. So I'm just really looking forward to it. Looking for the next episode. Yeah, but we don't know who the student is then. If it's not Sakakibara or Mei Misaki, because Mei Misaki isn't that person either. She has a past and she has everything. She's not the student. So then who is the student? Who is it? So I'm just really curious. Who do you think it is? Like out of all the students in that classroom, who do you think it is? If you know any of their names, so leave a comment below and tell me what you think of that of who the student is, and what do you think of this episode? Because I really liked it. Like if you liked the review, and subscribe to my channel for some more another reviews. It's been another episode 10 review, and until then, break out.